So that brings us to my favourite part of this evening, and that's our main topic. So Aldwyn and I got on Zoom the other day, and we started having a bit of a conversation. I think we were there for a couple of hours. So as we do, as we start chatting about all things online, and we just happened to be talking about social media and sort of the importance or not of likes, shares, and comments. And both of us agreed that, in fact, they're not very important. They're only important for people that, if you're looking for the engagement or needing that dopamine hit of the like button. But there are so many people out there that are looking at what you're doing. That's if you're posting stuff out there, and you're on, and you do have what we call omnipresent strategy out there, that sometimes the people that come out of the woodwork are not the ones that have engaged with you online. They're the ones that have been following you and looking from the sidelines. So that brought up this discussion, and so tonight's topic is about sort of likes to leads. How does that actually work? How do you do it? And how do you create a magnetic marketing strategy online? So you're not having to chase people. They're actually approaching you and contacting you. So, of course, I know that many of you do know Aldwyn. She is started life as an elite athlete with a table tennis bat in her hand. She is known as the media queen, and she lives her message as well too. So she is always, it seems like she's always in the media. And so she really knows how to get in there. She does it herself, and she gets tremendous results with her clients getting into media as well too. So let's put your hands together. Welcome to our stage once again, Aldwyn Altuney.
Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you, and great to see you all. Hello, hello. Great to have you all here. All right, I'm just going to share my screen in just a moment. Make sure you can see this. Who actually saw me speak a little while ago here? I was just here on Business Owners Smashing It Online. Let's see a show of hands. Who was here then? Okay, fantastic. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. And who's never seen me speak before? Show of hands. Okay, fantastic. Well, welcome our new people as well. Great to have you here. All right, well, hopefully you will learn something new today. I always say you never learn less. And I don't know about you, but I've been a massive believer in personal development over the years and invested a hell of a lot of money in my business and personal development to get to where I am today. So can't wait to share about this topic today. All right, I'm going to bring this up here, share my screen. All right, now, can you see that? You can. Okay, beautiful. All right. From likes to leads. So brand new topic today. I haven't presented exactly on this topic, although I have been presenting for a long time. So welcome wherever you're at in this journey of being seen, heard, and known. That is what I help people do. And I'm very passionate about helping people speak their truth and to get out there and be seen, heard, and known. Now, did you know a third of people die by the age of 65? 1/3 of the population, and 90% of people die with regrets. Now, I do believe personally that the more we step up and we stand out and we speak up about what matters to us, the less we're going to be in that 90% of people who die with regrets. Because I often see a lot of people are very, they get angry about things, they get upset about things going on in the world, but what are they doing about it? And, with you here now, I welcome you as business owners, because I know you're the rebels and the renegades amongst us, right? You're the ones that are out there that are doing things differently. And it is one of the most challenging things to be in business and to be seen, heard, and known amongst the noise nowadays. So I'm going to share what's been working for me over the years and what's currently working. And I invite you to also share what you're getting out of this, and any insights or questions you have. Will come to that at the end as well. So how to attract clients with a magnetic online strategy. Now, I'd love for you to imagine for just a moment that you are seen as the go-to expert in your industry. What would that be like for you? Please pop into the chat. We love to make this interactive. What would that be like for you if you were seen as the go-to expert in your industry? Because the fact is, if you're not the go-to expert in your industry, somebody else will be. And that means that they're going to be attracting more clients, attracting more opportunities, and you will be missing out. And it's not necessarily that they're better at what they do than you are. It's just that they're getting out there and they're being seen, heard, and known more than you are. Yes, you might be busy there. Exactly. Thank you, Sandra. Yes, Nick, that would be great. Thank you so much. This is what we need to aspire to. Thank you, Christian. Awesome. Catchy title. Thank you, Mo. Glad you like it. Nick and I worked on that one together, from likes to leads. What if the media call you asking for interviews? Now, more and more so nowadays, media are turning to social media looking for story ideas. And more so now, traditional journalists like myself over many years, they are now more so freelancing now. They're starting their own podcasts. They're utilizing this world of mass media that we're in. And if you want to be seen, heard, and known, if you want to have more likes and more followers and more leads, then you need to be out where the people are. And that currently is in the social media landscape, as we'll see in a moment as well. And what will happen, the more you step out, the more you put yourself out there, you will have more of these opportunities coming your way. And once the media know you, they're going to keep coming back, seeking you out for more opinion. And what if event organizers sought you out for well-paid speaking gigs? How would that be for you? Or if you attracted clients easily and effortlessly? This is this magnetic attraction that happens. Now, what I'm going to show you today involves no paid advertising. Now, I haven't done a paid ad campaign for years, and personally, I just did a little campaign. I spent a few grand. It didn't work for me personally. So, you know, if you're doing ads and it's working great, then fantastic, keep going with it. However, I know a lot of business people are often struggling financially, etc., and they want to know more about the organic strategies out there. And what I'm going to show you is very simple. Look, I have a team of one. I have one VA. She does 50 hours a week. You know, I also do fairly long hours. I love what I do, so it doesn't feel like work for me. But really, you can do what I'm going to show you today with just a very small team. Even, you know, start on your own if you're, you know, you're just small. Or actually, I'd love to know if you do have a big team or a small team. How many of you do have, if you just pop in the chat, if you have a team, how many people on your team? Or if it's just you, if you just pop a 1 in the chat, I'd love to see how many of us are, you know, solopreneurs or have a small team. It'd be great. Nick's got a few. Yep, 2 on the team. Mo, 1.5. Yeah, Chris. Okay, 2. Yeah. So okay. So most of you are sort of smallish, small. Yeah. Okay. So you know, solopreneurs or you know, getting up and going. So this will be perfect for you. What we're going to share today. So that is absolutely perfect. Wherever you're at, it's absolutely perfect. And, you know, underlying what I'm going to share today, a big part of it is be committed, not attached. It's one of the best things that I heard in my personal development journey. I actually heard this in a landmark course. They said, be committed, not attached. Now, a lot of people will look at the likes, or they'll put a post up and they'll think, oh gosh, I'm not getting many likes. Obviously this hasn't worked. And, you know, and then they get all deflated and then they just give up. And that's one of the worst things you can do. You know, if the why is strong enough, the how will show up. You know, why is it that you're doing what you're doing? What is the impact you want to make in the world? The more you're aligned with what you want to do and achieve in the world, the more you will attract magnetically people and opportunities and clients and money, etc. The more will come your way, the more that you are in your flow. Okay, if you're doing something just for the money, then most likely you're not going to stick with it. You're not going to enjoy it. And, you know, a lot of people I've seen come and go over the years. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people also come and go through business. A lot of them don't survive more than generally about 3 years, I find, if they're just doing something for the money. And this is where we've seen a lot of people come and go. And this is where the stats are, you know, out of you know, all businesses, you know, 80% will fail in the first 5 years. And then in the next 5 years, 80% of those will fail. So if you've been in business more than 10 years, then kudos to you. Well done. Well done. And that means that you're, you know, you're in here for the long haul, and that you perhaps have some of that, you know, that motivation of, you know, be committed, not attached to that clients will come from just one post. You know, people aren't going to want to marry you immediately. They're going to want to date you first. They're going to check you out. You know, they're going to test some of your stuff and see whether they gel with you or whether they resonate. So I want to talk about energy. Now, who knows about Sir David Hawkins or has heard of the book Power versus Force? Who's heard of that book, Power versus Force? Sir David Hawkins is a psychiatrist from America who did a lot of scientific testing and looked into to energy. And what he found is that we are 99% energy frequency and vibration as human beings, 99.9%. In fact, it was 99.99999. So we are actually vibrating on a different frequency. And this is really crucial. If you want to attract clients, where is your energy at? How are you emotionally on a day-to-day basis? Do you wake up whinging, complaining, angry with the world, upset with what's going on around you? Or do you wake up grateful? Do you wake up feeling blessed no matter how much money is in your bank account? Because if you're not grateful for what you have right now, you are not going to be given more to be grateful for. If you're not grateful for the clients you have now, even if you have some challenging clients, I do believe everything happens for us, not to us. And I believe when it comes to going from likes to leads and attracting clients magnetically, it's important to shift your energy. And this is going to come across with what you put out with your marketing. Shift your energy from fear to love. Fear to love. So where in your life now, where are you feeling shame? Where are you feeling guilt? Because these are the lowest vibrations. You're going to be vibrating at 20 or 30 hertz when you're down there. Right? Shame is the very lowest vibration. Do you have some shame you can let go of? Is there some guilt? You're feeling guilty about something. Can you just let go of that? Because we cannot change the past. We can't change the past, right? We can move forward. We can start now. We can put that line in the sand, start from a clean slate now and move forward from a loving place and being kind and gentle with ourselves. And I do believe one of the biggest journeys we have as human beings is coming back to love, because often a lot of people, we're taught to be seen and not heard, right? We're shut down, and often we shut ourselves down. Often we can be so hard on ourselves. Have you ever said, oh, you're such an idiot? Have you ever said that to yourself? Or have you ever knocked yourself about something you've done? Well, I invite you to, if you find those conversations coming up, to just bless and release, let it go. Hurt people, and heal people, right? So if you can, if you can navigate this journey of emotions that happen through life, and actually when you feel angry or frustrated about something, if you can then turn that into a positive, that will be really powerful in your marketing if you then share about that. Okay, so notice in your life, what is it that upsets you? What is it that angers you? And how can you actually express something about that to then come back to a place of love and joy and gratitude for whatever that thing is? And it's a great place to notice for yourself as far as putting content out that really resonates with people, speaking from the heart. Too often we're coming from the head with our marketing. We're too often, we've got 60,000 thoughts a day, most people have. Out of those 60,000 thoughts a day, 98% are the same thoughts we had yesterday for most people, and 80% are negative. Okay, so with this roller coaster ride of life that happens, ideally what you want to do is you want to move from the head to the heart. And this is really important if you want to put more video content out, if you want to be more confident with your video content. It's very important to get out of the head into the heart. Don't worry about getting it perfect. Okay, often the roughest videos get the most likes and follows and comments, often the roughest ones. In fact, when I got swept out to sea last year in Coffs Harbour, I had a near-death experience, February 19 last year, and I did a live video the next day after coming back from almost drowning and almost getting potentially taken by a shark. It was one of the most terrifying things that I'd ever experienced. But I came back and I did a live video, and I was crying through this live video at different times. And that video had so many shares and so many likes, and resonated with so many people, and attracted so many opportunities after I shared vulnerably from the heart like that. So just get that, it's a roller coaster ride. We're going to go up and down through this. The more contracted we are, though, the more we are going to repel clients, opportunities, leads, and sales. The more that we expand our consciousness, we will attract. The more that we come to love, to joy, to having that passion and love for what we do, the more we come to peace, and enlightenment is the highest vibration. You can have 700 hertz plus is going to be enlightenment. These are very, very powerful emotions, but also be gentle with yourself as you go up and down. Sometimes we need to, sometimes we get sick, or, these things happen, and they're generally there to teach us to slow down, I believe. Sometimes we need to slow down to speed up, right? Slow down to speed up. So I find this diagram absolutely crucial. I have a copy of this in the Conscious Community Global Facebook group. If you go in there, there's a whole lot of amazing resources, which you'll find in my link tree, which I'll share at the end of this presentation. And I'm always checking in with myself. Where am I vibrating at today? And this is why sometimes you say, oh, I don't resonate with that person, or do resonate with that person, because we are actually literally vibrating energetically, scientifically proven, we are vibrating at different frequencies. And when we say chakras, this is not woo-woo. These energy centers in our body are also scientifically proven, all these energy centers. And a lot of people get stuck in this survival mode and this suffering mode. It doesn't have to be like that. We are conditioned to live in drama, and it's about time that we moved out of that drama and moved more into a place of love and joy and peace and gratitude. And it's a beautiful place to hang out. So it really is about shifting from the fear and shifting to love. And I invite you to look, as I say, in your life, what's something that you could speak up about on social media? And, you know, I would be very interested to see what happens if you speak up about something that you haven't spoken up about, that maybe moves you in some way, that you're upset by or you're angered by something in the world. What are you passionate about? Pop in the chat. I would love to hear from you. What is something that really angers you that's going on in the world? Could be in politics, could be in the environment, could be something in business, something frustrates you about business owners or about clients or about staff or about whatever it is. What is something that angers you or upsets you that you haven't spoken up about yet in your social media? Please share. I know the recent election was a very heightened emotional thing for a lot of people in the US, right? The recent election where Trump got in, and there's going to be interesting times ahead, definitely since that. So, you know, they say often don't talk about politics, sex, or religion. Well, I often talk about all three actually in my socials, so I don't necessarily agree with that. And I do think it's important that we step up and we stand up for what we believe in. And there's a great quote, says, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And what will happen as you shift from fear to love is you're not going to care so much about what people think. A lot of people worry about what are people going to say? How am I going to come across? And this is all head stuff, right? I want to move from the head to the heart, come back to heart and come back. You know, I'm personally a big believer in faith. Whatever your faith is actually one of the 13 principles in Think and Grow Rich, the book that has created more millionaires than any other book. Faith, and also sixth sense, having a sixth sense and trusting your intuition. And this is where I think, you know, every successful person I know meditates. Every single one. There's no coincidences. Whether it's meditation or prayer or whatever it is for you, I think this is really, really crucial to build that inner resilience to be able to handle whatever comes your way on social media or whatever comes your way in the environment. Because the more you build your profile, you're going to have those that love you and those that hate you. It's just how it goes. You've got people that love you and hate you now. You're going to get more of it the more you put yourself out there. So really that resilience is absolutely crucial, and having that strong mindset to be able to withstand whatever comes your way. And you will know that you're making a big impact when you get more of the haters on social media. Okay, but the beautiful thing is you can actually report those people and you can block those people if they're being, you know, arrogant or they're being rude or they're being, you know, there's no need for nastiness. No matter what people's opinion is out there, I believe it's very important to be kind and to respect people's opinions, because everyone, I'm sure, is doing the best they can with what they know. I always say, you know, get informed, get empowered with everything, question everything, particularly if it's being bombarded through the mainstream media. So there's a journey people go on with this, and some of you might have seen this before. I invite you to look in your life. Where are you on this journey? Are you the world's best kept secret right now? Are you there right now? Let me know in the chat. Where are you right now? Have you made a start? Are you starting to put yourself out there? 50% of anything you do is starting. Congratulations if you're at the start point. Next thing, you're making some steady progress. You're starting to get some more runs on the board. You're starting to put yourself out there more, doing more social media posts. Maybe you've started a YouTube channel. Maybe you've started a Pinterest or a different account. Maybe you're on TikTok now. And I know there's a lot when it comes to social media, and you certainly don't need to be on everything, but really it's like you are the spider in the web, and you are attracting people in to your web. In effect, we're not going to eat the people that come into our web. We're building our community, right? We're the friendly spiders. So all those little, webs that you have, all the different social media channels and places people can find you will bring you into your web. And I think about the people that I do business with, and it's funny how I find those people. If you think about the people that you've recently done business with, how did you come to do business with those people? Please let me know in the chat. How did you come to do business? And, recently I was on social media. I was looking at one person's post. It tagged somebody else. I ended up going onto their profile, ended up following all their stuff, and then ended up doing business with them, right? So you never know where the business might come from. But these are all ways you can build your web and strengthen your online presence. So you make some steady progress. You start to get out there. You get content that starts to get shared. You get a lot of comments on it. Next thing, you're shooting for the stars, or potentially going out to media, and then media feed off media. And next thing you know, you are a star. And it may not be that you want to be a star like all the celebrities in the world. Just to be known as a star or the go-to person in your industry means that you will attract more media opportunities, more speaking opportunities, more clients. People want to work with experts in their field, and more so now as people are, time poor. They just want to cut to the chase often, and they just want to work with the best in their field. And when they think of working with someone in your industry, if you are front of mind, they're going to come straight to you. And in fact, Moana, we have here now, Moana and I have known each other for 15 years. And it was only recently, last few years that Maya said, okay, now I'm ready to work with you, right? And it was quite interesting. We did a media consultation together and did some work together. But, it took 15 years after we actually met that she said, right, now I'm ready to come out and work with you. So congratulations, Mo. And of course, we're great friends, of course, as well, now as well. So it's been a wonderful relationship. And that's the thing, is that more so business is being done with people that we trust, that we like, that we know, and being patient on that journey is really, really important. The keys to success, these are really, really crucial. What are you passionate about? What is it that lights you up, that brings you to that joy in that Dr. Hawkins scale of consciousness? Joy and gratitude, you're vibrating at 540 hertz. You're at a very expanded conscious vibration when you are loving what you do. What is your purpose? Why are you here on the planet? What is your purpose? As Bob Proctor said, when someone said, how do you find your purpose? He said, do what you love. Every single day, do as much as you can of what you love. And that's how you know you're on purpose. And you will be sitting on clues right now where there's things that you do in your life that you just are so loving that just time and space disappear when you're doing that. How could you incorporate more of that into your business? Now, just on the weekend, I was at a play event with Emma Jane Love, and it was an amazing event. It was a fantastic, there were 50 people at this play event. All we did is we played games all day, and the connections that were built with the people at this event were just extraordinary. How can you bring more play into your life, bring more joy into your life? We've had so much seriousness, haven't we, through the whole COVID thing, right? We've had so many people have been depressed, have been suicidal. It's been absolutely horrible to see what's gone on. However, we're all here. We've survived all that. We've come out the other end, and now it's time to celebrate. It's time to bring more joy back. We need more joy, and the more fun you have, the more money you make. The more fun you have, the more money you make. How can you bring more fun into what you do? How are you packaging up what you've got online? Is it clear what you're an expert in when you Google yourself online? How are you packaging up what you do? What is your profile saying about you? Are you Googleicious? What does your profile say about you? Is it clear? Are you maximizing the space on your socials of your banner images, of your Facebook banner or your LinkedIn banner, all that amazing real estate that people often just waste? What does your profile photo say about you? Do you have a photo of a dog as your profile photo, or do you have a nice photo of you? Have you updated your photos lately? Does it actually look like you, right? What does your profile say about you? I invite you to look at all of that. People, everything is done on relationships. Now, Nick and I have known each other for about 15 years as well. We've met through many different, networking circles, and we've done business over the years, and we have a great time together. Whenever Nick and I hang out, we're always having a good laugh, and we support each other all the time in business. In fact, Nick's coming on to our Total Truth show. We're going to be having a Christmas episode on the 20th of December at around 11:30, 12 o'clock, around that time. I'm going to have a whole panel of speakers talking about the truth about standing in your power. And I've invited Nick to come on that show. So that's going to be amazing. and, you know, we'll have others as well. So, you know, always supporting each other. You know, it's wonderful. Nick's invited me to come and speak. I'm very much appreciative of that. And so, of course, I shared all over my socials. I said, can't wait to speak at Business Owners Smashing It Online. We tagged Nick. We shared it everywhere, right? And then, of course, Nick did live video. He tagged us. And this is how it works. You know, everyone, you know, sharing the love. Social media is about being social. Okay. It's not just about people liking your stuff. The more you like their stuff, the more you comment on their stuff, the more they're going to like your stuff and the more they're going to see your stuff as well, because that's how the algorithms work. And that's why you start to see, if you look at a few people's profiles, suddenly you start to see more of their profiles. And so this is where you can be very strategic with the people that you follow on social media as well. And if you like, you know, if you want to collaborate with certain people, then like some of their posts, comment on their posts, you know, send them messages, etc., and reach out and build that relationship, you know, compliment them. If you like their stuff, share their stuff. Everyone loves that, right? When they, you know, when they feel validated or they feel like people love their stuff. Everyone wants to be liked, and at the same time, it's important not to be attached to being liked, right? To also be willing to not be liked. I mean, let's look at Donald Trump as a great example, right? He's one of the most, you know, loved and hated men in all of history, right? I don't know anyone who's put up with as much crap as he has, and he keeps on going, right? He just keeps on going, and you've got to admire that. Whatever you think of Donald Trump, you've got to admire that resilience, and that's really what it takes. There's a process also to getting yourself out there, and once you get yourself out there, how are you propelling what you're doing? If you've had media coverage before, if you had award wins, if you've had a book out or been in compilation books, how are you sharing those things? Have you reshared those things on your socials? Because a lot of people won't see it on the first share. So, you know, you can repurpose a lot of content to build that as well. Now, what are you passionate about? I'd love to hear from you in the chat. What are you passionate about? I can see a few things here. Wonderful. Thank you for your comments. Okay, I'll come to more of those comments at the end. The censorship bill, Nick says, I'm glad it's been defeated. Yeah, thank goodness. That was a big win for freedom of speech. Thank God. The censorship bill didn't go through. Bees being decimated by government departments, varroa mite. Yes, Ross, yeah, that's a big one. And obviously the fire ant, a toxic fire ant program that's been rolled out. I'm not very happy at all about that because it's killing a lot of our animals. However, the good news is a lot of people are standing up now and they're not being bullied like we were through COVID. So many people were bullied with these mandates and then regretted being bullied because they had all sorts of side effects and things that happened from the jab. Well, now we've got the fire ant, you know, poison coming out, and, you know, that's decimating our ecology. They're saying it's safe and effective, and they're mandating. Again, it's the same thing all over again. So, you know, get informed, get empowered. There's a great Facebook group called Stop the Toxic Fire Ant Program. I recommend check it out. Get informed, get empowered. Okay, Christian said, recently did a rant on LinkedIn, got 19,900% increase in impressions. Well done. That's awesome. I'd love to know what the rant was about there, Christian. Mark, Facebook jail account closed. Yeah, that's something you could speak up about. Mark's 123,000 homeless in Australia, speaking up all the time on LinkedIn and Facebook, and they removed my posts. No swearing, professional racism, 5,000 friends, account closed. Be very careful. I wonder why they're closing your account, Mike, when you speak, Mark, when you're speaking up about the homeless. That's interesting. I mean, we do have censorship, of course, that happens with some information. I have had some strikes on my YouTube channel with some content. Anything where we talk about the jab, we talk about propaganda, we talk about masks, anything like that, we get censored, which I know there's definitely truth in it when that happens. So that's the thing to notice. But the beauty is, make sure you have a backup of all of your content. And you can share it on other truth channels. We've got BitChute, we've got Rumble, we've got Telegram. There's so many alternative media platforms now where you can share content that will not be censored. And more of this is now being promoted and being supported because people are sick of the mass media propaganda we've been seeing in the mainstream media for years. So what are you passionate about and why? We want to be hearing about that on your socials. So now I started a Good News Day on the 8th of the 8th. 18, and that was after my fourth friend suicided. I've personally had depression over the years, which is actually anger turned inwards. My dad always said, anger is danger. And so I internalized that, which later I realized led to depression. And after my fourth friend suicided, I wanted to go out and do something to promote more good news in the world. So we started a Good News Day on the 8th of the 8th, 18. And then when COVID happened in June 2020, a few months after COVID was being rolled out in Australia, I wanted to ramp it up. And so we started the Global Good News Challenge, which is a monthly free challenge where people share gratitude and good news. In fact, Mo just did her November one. Congratulations, Mo. And Jenny did hers too. Well done, Jenny. Jenny Mutu, she also did her one. So amazing free marketing for you as well when you do the Global Good News Challenge. I'll show you that in a moment. And then animal action is something I'm passionate about as well. And again, the clues were when I looked at my life and I looked at the things that I was angry about or upset about, and I felt that I couldn't do anything to make a difference. And then as soon as I started to speak up about these things or start to do something about it, whether it be start my own event or whether it be fundraise for a cause, whatever it was, then the sooner I did that, the more I was able to feel that I was making a difference, and the more cathartic it was, and the more I felt liberated, and I felt freer, and I felt better about the situation because I was now making a difference. And so with, animal cruelty is something that for years I was very upset with animal cruelty. So I started the world's first Animal Action Day in 2007. And actually that was where Mo and I met many years ago. She came and had a stall at one of my Animal Action events back in the late 2000, after 2007. Yeah, that's where we sort of first met back then. We both were brunettes, and now we're both sort of, got lighter hair now over the years, covering the greys, what it's like. So then, we've done now 18 annual events, animal action events, raising awareness, appreciation, and respect for animals. We've raised millions of dollars of media coverage for the different animal charities that we've raised funds for every year. And most recently, we did an event for the bees, Save the Bees Australia. We did an event in Currumbin. We had about 200 people there. And it was an amazing event with Lynn Sutherland. We had a film night, and we had amazing raffle prizes, etc., and a great panel, a great speaker panel. And that was actually what helped us get onto media with that event to talk about what was going on with the fire ant eradication program, the $1.2 billion Australian government program that's being rolled out right now up until 2027. And they are actually putting this poison over properties that is getting into waterways, highly toxic to waterways, killing horses, cows, birds, chickens, dogs. It's just horrible what's going on, and they're saying it's safe and effective. So clearly we're not happy about that. We're speaking up about it, and now there's nearly 5,000 people in the Stop the Toxic Fire Ant program Facebook group that are getting informed, getting empowered, and they're not bowing down and not going for the bullying that is going on with the government threatening to fine people $15,000 if you don't put this poison in your yard. It's certainly not safe and effective. There's been no environmental impact studies done. And, we're speaking up about it. And so more and more people are. So the more you put yourself out there, you're going to have more fame, you're going to have more fortune, you're going to have more freedom, and you're going to be leaving a legacy. Every time you put yourself out there, or you get a media spot, or you step up or speak up in some way, you're leaving a legacy, which is a beautiful thing. Now, very quickly, while listen to me, I've had 20 years in the media, went from feeling invisible as a kid. I was depressed, bullied, and suicidal in my teens. I have Greek, Turkish, Ukrainian background, which is a wild mix there. And I refused to conform to society and education system. I really didn't want to be here for many years through my teenage years. And then when I found my joy and my love, which was through the media, I was able to turn that around. The more I started to speak up about things that mattered to me, the more that I found more of my purpose and more of my will to live with that, because I saw that I was making a difference every time I spoke up about something that I was passionate about. And I've had invested $1 million in my business personal development. I've had mentors and upskilled constantly. 40 years experience. At age 10, I was Australian table tennis player, played for Australia for 6 years. And then I started media training back in 2002, did a media degree, traveled around as a journalist, gained over $1 billion in free publicity globally for clients since then. And worked in all sorts of media, and I practice what I preach. So what I'm going to show you today, these are things that are working right now. And this is in case you don't believe the table tennis story. This was me at age 10 on the left in Manly Daily in Sydney, Northern Beaches area where I grew up. Nowadays, I've been on the Gold Coast for 24 years. I've lived in Brisbane, all over the place as a journalist. And this on the right, Channel 7, this was Cartoon Connection at age 11. And it was a terrifying experience, I must say, being in the Channel 7 studio at 11 years of age when the reporter turned to me and she had the big camera in front of my face and she said, "Don't think of the 2 million people watching this right now." I looked at the camera. All I could think about was the 2 million people watching this. I froze on camera. We did have a table tennis player in the studio, table in the studio, and my brother was a player there, and so we just played forehand to forehand, and they loved it because we kept the ball on the table more than twice, and we hadn't even showed them our big shots or anything like that. And this is the thing, you know, really look at how can you entertain with your social media posts, and that will definitely help get more likes as well, more likes and views, and attract more people to you when you have more fun. Like that. So bring more play into what you do, and, you know, don't get so serious about things. I recommend. People are way too serious, I think, in business. And, you know, I think really we need to loosen up a bit, have some more fun, and that's where you'll attract a lot more leads and a lot more sales as well. These are some of the media that I've either appeared in myself or had clients appear in. Some of these here. I started my media business 2002, AA Expose Media as a photojournalist, freelance for magazines all over the world. And, you know, the same thing that we used here in traditional media, it's just as important now with social media, because we need good visuals, we need good video, and we need good content. We need, you know, all those things are really, really important to stand out on socials. Here's some of the companies I've worked with, small and large. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, there are literally millions of media outlets out there that are looking for stories every single day. And now with podcasts, 2018, we had 500,000 podcasts. Now we have over 5 million podcasts worldwide. I've interviewed some of these amazing people here, and they're just people like you and I. Once upon a time, they were the world's best kept secret. Now they're celebrities. They've toughened themselves to criticism. They've gone out. They're passionate about what they do, and just like you and I. So, you know, you might not want to be a celebrity like these guys here, but in your industry, the more you are known as the person to see, the more you can actually charge more for what you do, and the more you'll organically attract people to you. And why is this so important? Because cybercrime and scammers have gone through the roof. I don't know about you, but just last week I had 2 bank accounts hacked. Last week alone, 2 bank accounts hacked. And this is happening more and more, right? People don't know who to trust anymore. This is why we're looking online. We're looking for more word of mouth referrals now with who we do business with. And this is in trillions of US dollars. 2024, 14.57 trillion US dollars is cybercrime, you know, expecting to skyrocket and keep going up. That's just how much cybercrime we've had just this year. And as you can see, it's not going backwards anytime soon. It's going to keep going up. So very, very important now to be building trust online with your posts. How much data are we creating, consuming, and storing? You want to be standing out from the crowd, because look how much information is out there. It's insane. 1 zettabyte, 2024, 1 zettabyte is 1 trillion gigabytes of information. And this is the data volume in zettabytes. 2024 is 147 zettabytes of data created, consumed, and stored, and that's going to also go through the roof. And of course, with AI, we've seen with AI now how much more information are putting out. And now with AI, we don't know, are they real photos? Are they real people? Is that really that person speaking? So now we've got even more trust issues, because we don't know what's real anymore with all the AI content going out there. So, you know, the more you can share authentically from the heart, and robots will never have a heart like you and I, right? They will never have that heart-to-heart connection. This is why even more so, if you want more likes, you want more leads, you want more sales, share from the heart. How can you go out and share more from the heart? Very quickly, some shocking statistics to see just how much information overload we have. 74 gig of data a day, 16 movies of data a day is how much we are consuming now. And this is equal to the amount of data an extremely educated person would process in a lifetime 500 years ago, and increasing every year by around 5%. Users upload 500 hours of video on YouTube per minute. Average user aged 18 and above spends about 42 minutes a day on YouTube, right? 41.9 minutes. Over 100 billion WhatsApp messages are sent every day. Who's feeling overwhelmed just looking at this? This is just full on. When I looked at these stats, it blows me away. Users spend 2 billion plus minutes on video and voice calls per day. 90% of internet users watch videos online. 70% listen to music. 51% vlogs. 47% online radio. And 39% podcasts. Can you see how the media is changing to this online world? 90% of internet users watch videos online. How much video content have you got out online right now? And how much could you put out online to help you grow your following? And what sort of videos are you putting out there? And every day, almost 362 billion emails are sent worldwide in 2024. I'm sure a lot of people are not seeing emails. I know I often lose emails. I get so many emails now, it's ridiculous. And that's going to go close to 380 billion next year. So emails are coming in full force. And by next year, 6 billion, or about 75% of the world's population, consumers will interact with data every day, compared to 5 billion in 2018. And each connected person will have a digital data engagement over 4,900 times per day next year. That's about one digital interaction every 18 seconds. So if you don't have ADHD right now, you probably will by the time we come to next year with the way this is looking, right? It's kind of like the ADHD society, because this is how we've always been conditioned, right? Humans have got a shorter attention span than a flea nowadays, apparently. It's just a few seconds. And all those stats there, that's from IDC, or International Data Corporation. Mind-blowing, hey? Absolutely mind-blowing. So cutting through and putting yourself out there is going to be really, really important. Is it time of influencer marketing? People follow people. This is where we want to hear your stories. If you want to grow your business, you are the face of the business often, or we need to see the face of the business so we can build trust in whatever product it is that you're promoting. If you have a product business, building your personal profile is really, really crucial, I believe, nowadays. And that's how you will get more likes, and you'll get more followers and more leads, etc. People, people will want to do business with you. Your X factor is your story. You've beaten 1 billion swimmers to get to the finish line, right? Just by being born. So congratulations. We're all here for a reason, right? Active social media users now pass 5 billion of the world's 7.9 billion population. Now, if you're resisting social media in any way, then I recommend you get over that and you just get yourself out there. Now, most of you would know that Meta own Facebook, they own Instagram, they own Threads, and they own WhatsApp. Okay, that's Meta. There's the big four. Of course, YouTube is massive. LinkedIn is great if you want more business connections. Over 80% of people on LinkedIn are business owners or decision makers. And there's a lot you can do to optimize your LinkedIn profile as well. And always be thinking, be committed, not attached, okay? Committed, not attached. This is how many social media users, just to back up that stat that I had there before. So 2024, 5.17 billion active social media users. That's going to keep going up. 2027, we're expecting 5.85 billion active social media users. If you want to get out to the masses, you've got to go where the masses are. And you might be thinking, what the fudge is all this? It's like another language. Yes, it is like another language, but hey, nothing stays the same. And whether you like AI or whether you like social media, it ain't going away anytime soon. And so we either embrace it or we get left behind. We're going to be missing out on leads and sales if we're not out there and putting ourselves out there regularly. Now, you don't have to be, spending, 10 hours a day on social media. I do recommend that you get yourself an assistant to help with your social media. Often what I'll do is I'll do a promo post and then my assistant will get it out everywhere. So this is our promo post for the day. I'll do one post and then she'll get it out on all the other platforms. And that really makes a world of difference. I do recommend, if you don't have an assistant to help with social media, that you do that, or you seek a social media manager to help assist with that. It is about getting your message to the right market through the right media platforms and then monetizing that, and being authentic with your story and sharing your message, being consistent. Consistency is absolutely crucial. Having clarity with your messaging, which market you want to go to, looking at trends. These are all things that will help improve your likes and your leads and your sales. What are the needs of your market? They will be changing as well. How are you targeting them? How are you positioning yourself in the market? And then the media, which platforms do you want to go out on or want to spend more of your attention on? Which platforms? What sort of content are you putting out there? What is your pitch if you're going to go to media? How are you packaging yourself up? And then when it comes to monetizing, Are there people you could partner with? There could be people right here on this event that you could partner with that maybe you haven't connected with for a while. I invite you to reach out to those people. If you have a prompting at all, any sort of inkling, you think, oh, you think of someone, often I think to myself, just pick up the phone or just contact them straight away. If you get a prompting and you think of someone, then it's a sign, I believe, to reach out to that person. Otherwise, before you know it, another year will go by and you might not have had that conversation, right? And then, you know, how could you offer affiliates and you know, have some sort of kickbacks potentially for others to promote your services? And what sort of services could you offer to help monetize what you're putting out there? It's about right message, the right person to the right time. That's where the love happens. Now, 5 tips I'm going to give you here to magnetically attract people to what you're doing. Post consistently with value-driven content. Share content that educates, entertains, or solves a problem for your audience. Use things like how-to guides, quick tips, or behind-the-scenes glimpses. This is really great. And consistency builds that trust and keeps you top of mind. Okay, so posting consistently with value-driven content, really, really important. Second, engage actively with your audience. Respond to comments and messages promptly to show you care. How often do you respond to people that comment on your posts? Or do you love other people's posts? How social are you with your social media? Ask open-ended questions in your captions to spark conversations as well, or in your comments. Engage with your followers' posts to foster reciprocal connections as well. Number 3, use relevant hashtags and keywords so that you are more easily found. Including hashtags that your ideal clients are likely searching for will definitely help you get more likes. Mixing niche specific hashtags with broader ones also to increase discoverability to help you be found. Optimizing your captions and your bios also with keywords related to your expertise is also a fantastic thing to do. And you might want to go back over some of your content and see if you have really optimized for relevant hashtags and keywords in your content. Number 4, leverage storytelling and authenticity, sharing personal experiences or success stories that resonate with your audience, even if it's not specifically about whatever your topic is. So for example, when I got swept out to sea, you know, I actually ended up getting media coverage for that because the council website said this was a safe area for children to swim. So it actually did end up tying in with what I do with the media. But I was just sharing from the heart to put the beach safety message out, to be very careful when you're going out in the ocean and what to do if you do get caught in a big sweep or a rip, and that then got shared a whole lot of times because it's something that a lot of people could relate to. It was a safety message, and I shared from the heart. It got amazing coverage, and you can actually look it up on socials. You can see that video I put up there. We're in the local paper, we're on TV, got a heap of coverage, and the council changed their website that day to say be careful in swimming in that area. So the power of media to create change as well is pretty amazing. Being genuine and relatable to create an emotional connection. Again, that's that heart-to-heart thing I think is becoming more and more important, particularly as more AI and robots are being rolled out. That emotional connection is going to really help you gain more clients and more amazing feedback. Highlight your journey, values, and passion as well to build trust. You know, let us know about your journey. What is it that got you into business? What are you loving in your business right now? What are the values and the passion that drives you in your business with what you're doing? What is the impact that you want to see in the community? Number 5, collaborate and cross-promote. This is what Nick and I did leading up to this event, right? We're collaborating, cross-promoting all the time. And also with Mo here and with others, right? Mo runs the Amazing Tuesdays on Target group. I've been going to that for years. A fantastic event, a beautiful group of ladies, always supporting each other. Partner with complementary brands, influencers, or clients for joint content as well. Guest post, host live sessions, or feature each other in stories. Now, stories are really, really powerful. If you're not using stories or reels right now, I invite you to look at that because, you know, they stay up for 24 hours and they get a lot of views because they disappear so quickly. So you'll get a lot more reach if you start to use those things. It will also introduce you to new audiences as well. And remember, when you do your stories and reels, to tag people when you do those and to use some cool music. You know, take people on an emotional ride when you're doing your stories and your reels. Collaborate and cross-promote. Now, this is one of our reels that we do. I don't know if you've seen, from Monday to Sunday, we put out inspiring videos. And then with these little reels, they're very short reels. We have this is one, Happy Fun Friday, celebrate small victories and savor all moments of happiness. And this one here, the next page then has, it has Be Seen with the Media Queen, and then Let's Connect. And then it has my Linktree link, and we lead everyone to my Linktree /Aldwyn. Now, this one here had 21,650 impressions on Pinterest, 52 pin clicks, and that's organic, right, on Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is great if you want to target more of a female audience. There's a lot more women, and it's very big in America, the Pinterest crowd. So that one there, these are just little inspiring reels that we're putting out that lead people back to our business, to be seen, heard, and known. Let's connect. Here's another one, Happy Fun Friday, celebrate small victories and savor all moments of happiness. And this one's had 20,720 impressions and 100 pin clicks. And you can see these all across our socials. We do them daily. Now, at the heart of what we are doing with the business, with Media Queen TV, it's all about inspiring truth and good news. So a lot of what we do is we're lifting people up with our content. We're putting positive content out. We're getting people thinking. Sometimes we'll throw in some controversy. Sometimes we'll throw in a question. We're mixing it up, right? Really, look at how you can mix up your social media more too, so that you're not boring people with your content. You want to really, provide, some different types of content. You might want to do polls, to do some short posts, some long posts. If you're doing videos, do some short videos, do some videos with your phone, do some videos horizontal, mix it up, do some interviews. Here's one, Happy Sexy Saturday. Well, we know sex sells, right? Happy Sexy Saturday, explore, adventure, and create memories that will last a lifetime. This one's had 30,010 impressions, 239 pin clicks organically on Pinterest. This one here, some of you might have seen me on Channel 9 recently. This was local news. Now, of course, getting onto local news, now they have an audience of a few 100,000 when you get out on TV and your local news. However, on Facebook, they also shared it on their Facebook page. You can see this was on the 9 News Gold Coast page. This was a story we did about the fire ant, how the fire ant, you can see here, there are growing fears the federal government fire ant treatments are making people and animals sick. Dozens of locals gathered at a forum to voice their concerns, despite repeated evidence the chemicals are safe. Now, they have no repeated evidence, because in the story, and you can see it online, they said that one of their people said it was safe and effective or low toxic levels. They didn't put a name on it. They didn't put a company on it. And so that's a whole lot of BS. And we're seeing right through it, right? We're seeing through this BS, and we're seeing how this poison is killing our animals. And it is not on my watch am I going to be okay with this and not speak up about it, right? And if you see something you're not happy about and you are not speaking up about it, you are being part of the problem. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Oh, it angers me, it angers me, it upsets me. And so I go out and I speak up about it. And this is what happens, right? This is what happens, is that we get coverage, and the ripple effect of change starts to happen when we speak up about things that upset us or anger us. It is a release when we speak up about it and we create change. And it could be just one like you have. It could be just one person that sees it, because everyone who sees it, they're going to share with 5 other people, and then they'll share with 5 other people, right? And a lot of people, I can guarantee, are looking at your content, but they're not commenting and they're not liking, right? So also, again, be committed, not attached. Be committed, not attached. So that was a Channel 9 news story. That was just on the 22nd of October, so not that long ago. 19,000 likes online, 106 comments we've had on that, and it's been shared many times as well on socials. Awards are very powerful. Now, I'm currently a finalist in 6 awards for the Inspire Awards, which is going to be announced in just a few weeks. And you can see this is very clever. Now, Christine Innes is one of our Mass Media Mastery members. She created these awards, and look at the post she's put out. Congratulations on applying for the Inspire Awards, right? How clever is that? And she's tagged it. She put it on her Instagram, on the stories, on Facebook. And she's done images for everyone for their awards as well. Brilliant, right? So these are just some of the awards I've been a finalist in, and we'll soon see who the winner's going to be. But it's a great honor to be a finalist even in an award, and to share that across your socials. So innovation leader, environmental advocate, educational excellence, arts and culture excellence. These are just some of them that I'm a finalist in. What changes do you want in the world? As we mentioned, the Global Good News Challenge. Some of you have been hearing me speak about the Global Good News Challenge. Well, have you done it? Have you done a Global Good News Challenge? I challenge you to get out, to do some videos, share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. Get out on socials, hashtag, all the details are at the top of the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. Okay, if you go to linktree/Aldwyn, you'll see that link in there. We share your videos to thousands of people. This is free marketing for you. You can win prizes. We add you to a private group. You join our Good News Crusaders. You will feel amazing. And people have got clients from their very first video. It wasn't designed for that. It was designed to lift the energy on the planet, to decrease depression and suicide rates. However, people have got business from this. It's extraordinary. The more you put yourself out there, the more you will attract clients. And there it is there. Just go to Facebook. I challenge you. Who is up for it? I'd love to know who's going to be up for it. You can still do the November challenge, 11 days in a row of doing your live video. Most people do it in 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. It doesn't have to take long. You know, this whole thing about, oh, I don't have time, or, you know, it's all BS, right? It's all BS. You don't have time. Everyone's got a few minutes a day that you can do this. And this is really leveraging yourself every time you do a video, and it's leveraging other people's communities. Like my community, I have 100,000 people on my socials. Let me share your content out there. Do the Global Good News Challenge. You will feel amazing. You might want to consider starting your own show. Tech Webcast is a show that I co-hosted. We are wrapping up shortly. I'm aware of the time. I could talk for hours on this topic. Tech Webcast I did with 2 guys from Melbourne, a guy from America. We had 1 million downloads of that show in 8 years. This is Media Queen TV. I've got now 1,400 videos on my YouTube channel, Aldwyn Altuney Media Queen TV. You can check it all out over there. A lot of inspiring content, some phenomenal interviews. Barry Crocker, I just spoke to him the other day. He's 89 years of age, and I just connected him with Jax Malili. And Jax, we actually just interviewed today on Total Truth Show. All about sex slavery in the entertainment industry. That was a fantastic episode. And I've just connected Jax with Barry because Jax just put out this book, When the Glitter Fades. She wrote this book based on the story of Shirley Barnett, or Shirley Broadway, who was a vaudeville performer from Melbourne in the 1930s. And she talks about what can happen in the entertainment industry, what happened way back then. So I connected Barry with Jax now, and Jax sending Barry her book, and he's going to do a review for her, which is really lovely. So again, building connections, right? She joined our Mass Media Mastery program, and now I've connected her with Barry Crocker, absolute legend of the entertainment industry. 89 years of age and going strong. He's an absolute champion, living in Sydney. This is some of our banner images that we've put across for Media Queen TV. These are some of the ladies that we have interviewed, some of the different business and life topics, some of the guys that we've interviewed, some of these people you might know. And a lot of these people we've done collaborations with. You know, that's the beautiful thing about having a podcast or having your own show, is that if you want to be on people's shows, you can swap interviews with people and you can collaborate and do some amazing stuff. Total Truth Show, we just did today, episode 86 of Total Truth Show with Ken Kleinberg from LA. And that was a fantastic show. You can check it out online. We stream these shows out across all our socials. We also turn into a podcast. We put on BitChute, Rumble. It is all over the place, right? And people can also stream to their audiences. Very, very powerful platform there that we have. Media Mavens show I did with a lady from Germany. That's on hold at the moment, that show, but we have done 13 episodes. My co-host Kirsten, she was in mainstream TV in Germany, and she's had a few health and personal issues going on, so we're just putting that show on hold for the moment. But that's a great collaboration. Now, Source Bottle, I just heard today Beck Darrington, the founder of Source Bottle, speak about Source Bottle, and their expert profile on Source Bottle, soon it's going to be free in the next month or so. They've been charging about $25 a month for it, but soon that is going to be free, which is fantastic. Great opportunity here to connect with journalists and bloggers. I recommend, big tip for you, the stories come out at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, the opportunities, 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock every day. If you respond within half an hour of those call outs coming out, you've got a higher chance of getting a spot in the media. I've got a Mass Media Mastery program for those who want more support. This is a lifetime access program. It's amazing. Book a call with me. Let's have a chat if you want more support. These are some of our happy clients. This is an author from Newcastle. This is Cliff Simon, who is in Stargate, the Hollywood actor who unfortunately has passed away now. tragically passed away a few years ago. We did an Australian tour together. Amir Meshal, buyer's agent in Sydney. He was on Channel 9, SBS Insight. We do these media success images. This is another way we get content out and celebrate our amazing clients. Olivia Ong, a doctor in Melbourne. She's in Australian Women's Weekly. Hans Jacoby, property investor from Bundaberg area, Win News Townsville, and many other media as well. Now, I do have coming up an amazing free workshop in January. I've just launched my first event for 2025 right here. It's called Propel Your Profile in 2025, 8 Secrets to Stand Out and attract clients. Absolutely free. I recommend hop along to my link tree. You'll see the details. Come and register, come and hang out early in the year. The world is your oyster, my friends. And I believe in the power of one, and I believe in you. May your flame burn bright and light up all those around you. Many blessings to you. This is my last slide. I will hang back and answer any questions if we have time. Thank you so much for your attention today, and I would love to hear from you in the chat what you got out of this presentation. Please let me know in the chat, and I'll have a look in there for any questions, comments as well. If you just scan that QR code, that will have all the links, all my social links. You can go through there or book a call with me in there as well if you have any questions. All right, what have we got in the comment here? Mo says, passionate about helping people feel better about themselves. Beautiful. Love that. Mo says people just need to hear Aldwyn's laugh. It's contagious. Oh, thank you, Mo. That's beautiful. Roz Boundy says, with AI, especially with trusting what's written now, what is truth? Roz says, I do a daily live stream already for over 6 years. Well done. Awesome, awesome. Fantastic, wonderful presentation. Thank you, Mo. Cool, Anthony. Beautiful. Thanks for popping that link in, Nick. Christian says, thanks, all, another great presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, I'll stop the share and back to you, Nick. Thank you so much.
Fabulous. And we've got one hand raised there. So Mark's got his hand up.
Yeah, hi, Aldwyn. So it's great to see that you're pushing these issues through to the media, such as your fire ants and so forth. But I've got 3 issues that I'm very passionate about. One being Destiny Rescue, the child sex workers.
Yes.
And I've personally run 3 fundraisers for that to help Mark Nuss. And then there's the homeless issue. As of July, we have 123,000 homeless in Australia. And then there's the issue of people out there in the media, not like yourself, but other people that are out there telling people they've done a 2-week course and they're marketing experts and extracting a lot of money from them. So that's really getting under my bonnet with my 30 years of corporate experience and marketing experience. So I'm sick of seeing my friends and colleagues being stolen from. So what's your thoughts on why people are so willing to comment on things that are woke and just insignificant compared to these really important issues?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people are, they've been conditioned to, live in fear and to trust authority, to trust government. And no matter what you say to them, they're just going to bury their head in the sand, and they are just going to believe the propaganda through the mainstream media, right? And some people just will not shift. And so with those people, it's important to just bless and release, send them love, right? You're not going to change everyone's thoughts, right? Not everyone's going to get it. However, the ones that do get it, if one open heart is 5,000 times more powerful than a closed mind. So this is actually about critical mass. Not everyone's going to get it, and that's okay. And it's important to keep sharing your truth and sharing your love regardless. But what I can tell you, a lot more people are waking up. Heaps more people. They're not all speaking up yet, but there are a lot more are waking up.
Yeah, the post that got removed from LinkedIn was posting on Albo's page about the energies bill and how they were patting on the back and potentially creating employment. And I said, well, before we go high-fiving each other, how about we address the homeless issue? And my post was removed immediately.
Right. Well, that's and what did they say? Did they say why they removed it?
No. So I can't afford to get linked in jail, so I just didn't re-comment. But
wow, I'd be interested to see. I'd be interested to see what you put on there. That's because I've never had anything taken off LinkedIn, and I've put some very controversial content on there. It
was taken straight down because I was on his page, on Albo's page. So.
Oh, okay. So that would be his. Well, there's trolls, right? There's trolls on. So the politicians they'd have their own trolls that would be dealing with that. So in that case, maybe it was because it was on his page then. But I always share on my profile. I just share on my profile, and then Yeah, so
I would have been one of his aides that removed it. It wouldn't have been him, but yeah, it was.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's just that those issues are too much for people to digest.
Well, for some people, right? Some people, and this is where being committed, not attached again, right?
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
committed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people get it or people don't get it. I mean, the likes give you some kind of indication of
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much impact you're having. But as I said, there's a lot more people that are seeing it that are not commenting and that are seeing your stuff. I can guarantee it. You know, the number of people that are like, I've been out having coffee on the Gold Coast several times, or even Sunshine Coast, and complete strangers come up to me and said, "Oh, you're Aldwyn. I've been watching your stuff for years." Like, you just have no idea how many people you're impacting.
Yeah, Dr. Chris spoke about, so he did a post yesterday about communication and the amount of people that go into all this effort and go and do posts and put stuff out there and then don't bother to follow people up. You might as well not bother. So it's and that wasn't his rant, by the way. He did another rant and it put his impressions through the roof. So
yes, the fortune is in the follow-up, they say. So again,
correct.
back to just stay true to your path. Don't worry if some people don't get it. You know, I don't generally post on other people's you know, profiles unless it's specifically related to them, and always being kind with what you put out there.
Yeah.
It's always about what your beliefs are. It's not necessarily saying this is the way, the only way, or that this is the truth or the only truth. You know, we always say to people, question everything. You know, don't believe what I'm saying to you. You know what I mean? So always having that open mind about what you're doing, and keep on path and keep speaking your truth, because some people get it, some people won't. That's okay. But you're going to feel great because you're getting out there, you're making a difference.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Mark.
Fabulous. Excellent. Actually, it reminds me of a quote by Spike Milligan. I'm probably showing my age now, don't I? But he talked about a smile. He walked around a corner and someone smiled at him. And when people smile, you just automatically smile back. And as he then turned another corner, someone else saw him smiling and they smiled back too. And he said the impact of that one smile can go all around the world. So you never know the impact that you have. And just having that positivity about it all, and just sharing your truth and whatever is just so important. You just don't know. So, and I think that's 100% true on, you know, on social media as well too. Excellent. That's fabulous. So, so many ideas and all that there. It's, you know, always a ton of information coming through with you, Aldwyn, and always from the heart as well too. So just genuine, authentic, and yeah, I just love it. And that's why we collaborate together as well too. Now we do have a door prize for tonight as well too.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
We do. We have a media strategy session, and this is actually what Sandra won, and we did an amazing session today, the other day, or yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. I know the days are just flying by. So this is what it is here. Now, this is one of my favorite quotes: be the change you wish to see in the world. So it is a media strategy session worth $497, where I'll give you some amazing gems and some ideas on what you can do to get yourself out there. I'll give you my honest opinion about what I see with your marketing, and we'll help you fine tune your messaging as well. I'll give you some great tips on how you can get yourself out there to be seen, heard, and known. So that's what the prize is today.
Fabulous. Excellent. All right. Well, don't disappear yet. The Wheel of Names is coming up. All of your names is in the Wheel of Names. And of course, you've got to be in the room to win. So let's spin the wheel, see who our lucky winner is tonight. See, a couple of people have ducked off. So if it lands on them, we're in for a second chance draw. And our lucky winner is Mark Symes. Look at that. It's always someone that participates that wins these prizes. So it's all well worth participating.
Well, the more you lean in, the more you get out, right?
100%, 100%.
Well done, Mark.
Oh, well done. So we'll connect you with Aldwyn if you're not already connected. We'll do that tomorrow anyway, and then you can work out a time to organise that. So that's fabulous. Excellent. All right. Well, once again, thanks, Aldwyn, for coming on tonight. Once again, always good to have you on here. And always good content and message with it as well. So if you want to watch it again, it will be up on the YouTube, the Smashco YouTube channel by tomorrow afternoon. If there's anyone else that you'd like to share it with, feel free to send them to that channel as well too. Remember the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page. If you're not a member of that, just head along, go and join it. We'll accept you into that. And of course, all of the apps and tools and information's all in there. Feel free to introduce yourself in there as well too. There's a whole audience of people there that are good to connect to and to get to know. And what else am I being told to talk about tonight? All right, just our next session is next Tuesday. Actually, not too many Tuesdays left at the end of the year. I think we've only got 3 more sessions this year. And then we're into Christmas and into a bit of a break. So we will take a break over that December, January period and back towards the end of January. But go and have a sensational night and look forward to seeing you all again next week.